The screen was already filled with hearts, shocked emojis, and flying comments before anyone even knew what had happened. Thousands of viewers poured into the live stream, sensing that something was wrong before a single word was spoken. The camera shook slightly as the phone was adjusted. Then she appeared. Eyes red. Makeup smudged. Breathing uneven. For a long moment, she just stared at the screen, lips trembling, as the comment section exploded with questions. Are you okay? What happened? Why are you crying? The silence felt heavier than any words could have been. And then, through quiet sobs, the truth began to spill out. Fans would later say they had never seen her like this before. The strong, confident woman everyone knew suddenly looked shattered, exposed, and utterly broken. Emotions ran high as her voice cracked, struggling to form sentences. She tried to pull herself together, wiped her cheeks, and whispered, I didn't want to come on here like this, but I just found out something that changed everything. At that very moment, the internet held its breath. Within seconds, screenshots started circulating. Names were being typed faster than anyone could keep up with. Accusations began to form before facts could settle. Viewers could feel that this wasn't just another rumor, it was personal. It was raw. It was devastating. As the tension thickened, she finally said it. She had just discovered an alleged secret relationship that, according to her, had been hidden from her for months. A relationship involving two of the people closest to her world. The betrayal, she implied, cut deeper than anything she had ever experienced. Fans are shocked as the comments flood in. Disbelief, anger, heartbreak, and confusion all crashing together in real time. Some begged her to log off and protect her peace. Others demanded names. Others already claimed they knew something was off. The family was left divided in the court of public opinion before the full story had even surfaced. Every tear she shed seemed to fuel the fire even more. Her hands trembled as she read the comments out loud, struggling to process what she herself had just learned minutes earlier. I trusted them, she said through sobs. I defended them. I made excuses when everyone warned me. Each word sounded like it was being pulled from her chest. Viewers could feel the weight of regret, betrayal, and shock pouring straight through the screen. Then came the bombshell that made the live plunge into pure chaos. She claimed the alleged relationship wasn't just emotional, it was secretive, calculated, and intentionally hidden right under her nose. The chat erupted. Fans are stunned. Emotions ran high, and as disbelief turned to outrage in real time, one question echoed louder than all the others. How long had this been going on? And who else knew? By the end of that live, nothing was the same. Screenshots were saved. Clips were clipped. Rumors multiplied. And what started as a quiet, trembling live stream instantly became the most talked about scandal of the night, setting the stage for a storm of confrontations, denials, and shocking revelations that no one was prepared for. The live ended abruptly, the screen going dark in the middle of her sobs, but the damage was already done. Within minutes, fan pages reposted the clip, zoomed into her trembling hands, slowed down her cracked voice, and circled every word she had said like it was evidence in a trial. Emotions ran high across social media. Theories exploded, and one name kept appearing over and over again in the comments, in captions, in whispered DMs. Erica. Behind closed doors, the shock was still fresh. Yandy sat alone in a dimly lit room, phone vibrating nonstop beside her, the same phone that had just delivered the message that shattered her world. According to what she later confided to a close friend, the truth hadn't come from gossip blogs or strangers. It came from someone she trusted, someone who claimed they had proof: messages, dates, late-night phone calls, and secret meetups that painted a picture too clear to ignore. Her heart had dropped the moment she saw the first screenshot, the names at the top of the chat, the times, the tone of the messages. What made it worse wasn't just the alleged relationship, was how long it seemed to have been happening right under her nose. Weeks, maybe months. The realization hit her like a wave she couldn't outrun. You don't understand, she reportedly told her friend through tears. I defended her. I invited her into my space. I trusted him with my life. Every memory suddenly felt poisoned. Every smile felt fake. Every late-night excuse suddenly made sense in the most painful way. Meanwhile, across town, Erica's phone was also blowing up. Missed calls, angry texts, friends demanding answers, fans demanding statements. The pressure mounted by the second. According to insiders, she locked herself in a room, refusing to answer at first. Shocked by how fast everything spiraled, she kept repeating the same sentence. This is not how I wanted it to come out. On the other side of the storm was Mendeces, and silence was his only response. No posts, no statements, no denial. That silence spoke louder than any words ever could. Fans are shocked as they begin to read between the lines. Emotions ran high as people dug up old photos, old interviews, old moments that suddenly looked suspicious in hindsight. A laugh that lasted too long, a hug that seemed too tight, a glance that now felt loaded with meaning. Late that night, Yandy finally broke her silence again, not on camera this time, but through a long, emotional message sent to a small circle of friends. The message leaked within hours. "I feel humiliated," she wrote. "Not because of what they did, but because I ignored every warning. The family is left divided, and I don't even know who to trust anymore." The next morning, the drama escalated from whispers to open warfare. Erica finally posted a cryptic message online. "Sometimes the truth hurts more than the lie you were protecting." That single line ignited another firestorm. Fans saw it as a confession. Others saw it as manipulation. Either way, the comment section turned brutal. Emotions ran high as people demanded accountability, explanations, and apologies. Yandy saw the post, and according to those around her, that was the moment her heartbreak turned into rage. "You don't get to be poetic about my pain," she snapped, pacing the room. Her voice, once broken with sorrow, now burned with anger. The betrayal didn't just affect her relationship, it tore through friendships, business ties, and the image of unity she had spent years building. The family was left divided, not just emotionally, but publicly, in front of millions. Behind the scenes, confrontations were already being planned. Phone calls were made. Tempers flared. Accusations flew back and forth before anyone even sat face to face. One insider described the tension as explosive, like everyone was holding a match over gasoline. That evening, Yandy agreed to meet with Mendeces for the first time since learning the alleged truth. No cameras, no fans, just raw emotions in a private space. According to a source close to both of them, the moment he walked in, she didn't even let him speak. "How long?" she demanded, tears streaming again. "How long were you lying to my face?" He tried to respond, but his words stumbled over themselves. Excuses, confusion, half-truths, at least. That's how it sounded to her. When she asked him directly about Erica, his silence returned, and that silence shattered what little hope she still held onto. Across town, Erica wasn't sleeping either. The weight of public judgment pressed down on her as she replayed every moment that might now be used against her. Friends urged her to go live, to clear her name, to tell her truth. Others warned her that saying anything could make it worse. The family was left divided not just by betrayal, but by the war of narratives forming online. And just when fans thought the drama couldn't possibly rise any higher, a leaked voice note surfaced. In the recording, a woman's voice shaking, emotional, unmistakable, described secret meetings, guilt, and a relationship that should have ended before it ever began. The internet exploded. Fans are shocked anew. Emotions ran higher than ever. Yandy heard the voice note late that night. It confirmed everything she had feared. And at that moment, any chance of quiet resolution vanished. The voice note didn't just confirm her worst fears. It ripped open a wound she didn't even know she still had the strength to feel. Yandy dropped her phone onto the couch like it had burned her. For a long moment, she couldn't move, couldn't breathe. The room felt too small. The air felt too thick. Every word from that recording replayed in her head on a brutal loop. Secret meetings, guilt, a relationship that should have ended before it ever began. Each phrase sliced deeper than the last. Her sister rushed in when she heard the cry from the other room. "What's wrong? What happened now?" Yandy could barely speak. She just pointed at the phone, tears spilling freely again. When her sister listened to the recording, her face changed instantly from everyone wanted a statement. Everyone wanted control of the narrative. But Yandy wasn't thinking like a public figure anymore. She was thinking like a woman who had just watched her world collapse. Meanwhile, Mendeces woke up to thousands of missed notifications and a storm of accusations. He sat at the edge of the bed, hands buried in his face, listening to voicemails he was too afraid to answer. One message stood out, a short, shaky one from Yandy. "You had every chance to tell me the truth," her voice said, "and you still chose to lie." That message haunted him more than any headline ever could. Across town, Erica finally broke. She went live mid-morning, eyes puffy, voice trembling. The moment her face appeared on screen, the views jumped by tens of thousands in seconds. Fans are shocked to see her so vulnerable, yet the anger in the comments was immediate and unforgiving. "I never wanted to hurt anyone," she began, choking back tears. "I never wanted things to go this far." But the internet wasn't in the mood for soft confessions. "Tell the truth," people demanded. "How long did it last? Why her man? You betrayed a sister." Erica hesitated, and that hesitation said everything to the world. Meanwhile, Yandy watched the live from her bedroom, arms wrapped tightly around herself like armor. With every excuse Erica offered, Yandy's heartbreak deepened. When Erica said, "Feelings just got complicated," Yandy let out a bitter laugh through her tears. "Complicated?" she whispered. "You were in my home." Those words echoed like thunder inside her chest. Erica finally said the sentence that shifted the entire battle. "Mendeces told me things were already falling apart." That was the breaking point. Yandy launched herself off the bed, screaming at the screen. "Lies. You both sat at my table and lied to my face." Her sister tried to calm her down, but the betrayal had already detonated inside her. Emotions ran so high that even breathing felt like a struggle. The family was left divided in real time. Some blamed Erica entirely. Others whispered that Mendeces must have been leading both women on. A few even questioned whether Yandy had ignored obvious warning signs for too long. Every side felt wounded. Every side felt justified. And every side was ready for war. By nightfall, plans for a face-to-face confrontation were already forming. Yandy demanded answers in person. No screens. No edits. No filters. Just truth, or what was left of it. The meeting was arranged for the following evening at a neutral location, a private studio space, chosen to avoid chaos. But even with secrecy, word leaked. Fans camped outside. Cameras gathered. Phones were held high like weapons. When Yandy walked in first, her face was calm but her eyes were empty. No tears, no shaking. Just cold resolve. She sat down slowly, hands clasped in her lap, waiting. Minutes later, Erica entered. The air changed instantly. No words were exchanged at first. Just long, heavy stares filled with years of friendship, trust, jealousy, guilt, and betrayal crashing into each other in silence. The tension was unbearable. Finally, Yandy broke it. "Say it," she demanded. "Say it to my face." Erica swallowed hard. Her voice shook. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Before she could finish, Yandy stood up so fast, her chair scraped violently against the floor. "You don't get to talk about what was supposed to happen," she snapped. "You crossed a line you can never uncross." At that exact moment, the door opened again. Mendeces walked in, and the real storm began. The moment Mendeces stepped through that door, the temperature in the room dropped to ice. His eyes darted from Yandy to Erica, then to the floor, like a man already standing on trial before a single word had been spoken. The silence was deafening, thick with regret, anger, and secrets that could no longer breathe in the dark. Yandy turned slowly. "So," she said, her voice dangerously calm. "Now we're all here." Erica's hands shook in her lap. Mendeces swallowed hard but said nothing. Fans would later say that even without cameras in that room, the tension felt like it could be felt through walls. Yandy took a step closer to him. "Look at me," she demanded. When he finally raised his eyes, she didn't blink. "How long?" He opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. It wasn't planned," he said weakly. "It just how long?" She repeated, louder now. Erica burst into tears. "It started after that argument you two had last year," she blurted out, unable to hold it in any longer. "We were just talking at first. Then it got confusing. Then it crossed a line." The room exploded. "A year?" Yandy screamed, her voice cracking as she shoved a chair aside. "You let me cry on your shoulder while you were sleeping with my husband." Mendeces stepped forward. "Yandy, I never meant for you to find out like this. She cut in sharply. "There was no right way for me to find out that the two people I trusted most were betraying me behind my back." Emotions ran so high that everyone started talking at once, excuses colliding with accusations, tears clashing with rage. Erica sobbed uncontrollably. "I told you it was wrong. I tried to walk away so many times." Yandy snapped back instantly. "You didn't try hard enough. You stayed. You lied. You smiled in my face." Mendeces slammed his hand against the wall. "Both of you stop." His voice finally exploded through the chaos. "You think I don't feel this tearing me apart too?" Yandy laughed bitterly. "Don't you dare play the victim in this room." The family was left divided even in that single space. Erica begged for forgiveness. Mendeces begged for understanding. And Yandy stood between them like a woman torn in half by truth and betrayal. "What did I do to deserve this?" she whispered finally, her voice dropping into something dangerously quiet. "I built this family. I defended both of you when the world came for us. And this is how you repay me." No one had an answer. Outside, unaware fans waited for any hint of what was happening inside. Inside those four walls, a marriage collapsed word by word. Yandy reached for the phone on the table and pressed play. The leaked voice note filled the room. Erica froze when she heard her own voice echo back at her. Mendeces' face drained of color. When the recording ended, the silence that followed was worse than any screaming. "That was your chance to tell me the truth," Yandy said softly. tears streaming again. And you still didn't? Erica dropped to her knees. I'm sorry, she cried. I never wanted to steal your life. Yandy looked down at her without pity. You didn't steal my life, she said. You destroyed your own. Mendeces tried to reach for Yandy's hand. She recoiled instantly. Don't touch me, she warned. Everything about you feels like a lie right now. That was the moment he broke. I was lonely, he admitted in a cracked voice. You were always busy. We were always fighting. Erica listened. Yandy's tears turned to fury again. So you betrayed me. He couldn't deny it. The room fell apart in sobs, shouting, and emotional collapse. No resolution. No forgiveness, just raw truth finally exposed. Hours later, everyone left separately. No hugs, no goodbyes, just shattered trust and a family split straight down the middle. And by morning, when Yandy finally went live again with swollen eyes and a trembling voice, she would say just one sentence that shook fans to their core. It's over. And with those two words, a marriage ended. But the war had only just begun. When Yandy said, "It's over," the internet froze for half a second, then completely exploded. Fans are shocked as the clip spread faster than wildfire. Emotions ran high as people watched her empty stare. Her trembling lips, the devastation in her voice. No tears fell this time. That was what made it even more terrifying. The crying had stopped. The breaking point had already passed. Behind the scenes, the aftershocks were even worse. Mendeces sat alone in a dark room, phone buzzing nonstop beside him. Friends tried to reach out. Family members begged him to issue a statement, but he couldn't find the words. For the first time, silence didn't feel like protection, it felt like judgment. Every second that passed without a denial made fans more certain that guilt was written all over him. Meanwhile, Erica disappeared completely from social media. No posts, no stories, no explanations, just silence. And that silence drove the public into a frenzy. Speculation turned into outrage. Outrage turned into threats. Former friends began unfollowing her in real time. Brands quietly removed her from their pages. Group chats leaked screenshots of people turning their backs on her. The family was left divided not only emotionally, but socially, financially, and publicly in front of the world. Inside Yandy's home, the energy felt like a funeral. Her children were confused by the sudden tension in the air. The whispers stopped when they entered a room. The hugs felt heavier. Questions sat in their innocent eyes that Yandy wasn't ready to answer yet. Every time one of them asked, "Where's Dad?" her heart cracked all over again. That night, Yandy didn't sleep. She walked from room to room, replaying memories like a cruel movie she couldn't turn off. Family dinners, laughing holidays, late-night conversations with Erica where they talked about life, dreams, and loyalty. Every moment now felt contaminated. Every smile now felt fake. By morning, she made a decision that shocked everyone. Door wider but not to let him in, to make sure he stayed out. "You don't get access to me anymore," she said firmly. "Not my heart, not my home, not my peace." His composure shattered. "I made a mistake," he cried. "One mistake destroyed everything." Her eyes flashed with fire. This wasn't one mistake. This was a choice made over and over again. Every lie was a new decision. Neighbors later said they heard his voice break. They heard her voice rise. They heard a marriage fall apart sentence by sentence on that front step. When he finally left, he didn't look back. That same night, a brand new leak hit the internet. A private text thread, messages that showed Erica panicking, saying, "If she finds out, everything is over." Another message followed. "She trusts you completely. Don't mess this up." Fans are shocked beyond words. Emotions ran higher than ever. Those messages changed everything. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from complicated feelings to calculated betrayal. And Yandy saw them all. When she did, something inside her hardened. "This ends now," she said. Not with tears, not with screaming, with truth. The next morning, she prepared for one final move that would take this drama from personal heartbreak to public war. And just as she was about to expose everything, Erica finally resurfaced. With a post that began with one chilling sentence, "I'm done being silent." The moment Erica's post went live, the internet held its breath. 4 words. That was all it took to ignite a brand new fire. "I'm done being silent." Within seconds, the views climbed into the hundreds of thousands. Fans are shocked as notifications exploded across every platform. Emotions ran high before she even said a single additional word. The comment section turned into a battlefield, some begging her to tell the truth, others attacking her for daring to speak at all. Yandy saw the notification while sitting at her kitchen table, staring into a cup of coffee she hadn't touched. Her phone buzzed. She knew without looking. "She's about to lie," Yandy whispered. Erica went live 5 minutes later. Her face appeared pale, eyes swollen from days of crying. No makeup, no filters, just raw nerves and fear. For a few seconds, she couldn't speak. Then she exhaled sharply and said, "I never wanted any of this to happen." Fans immediately flooded the chat. "Then why did it? Tell the truth. You betrayed her." Erica's voice trembled as she continued, "Everything everyone thinks they know. It's not the whole story." Across town, Yandy watched every second in stone-cold silence. "I was manipulated," Erica claimed. "I was told things that weren't true. I was made to believe their marriage was already over. That was it." Yandy slammed her phone onto the table. "You lying?" she hissed through clenched teeth. On the live, Erica pressed on, tears spilling freely. "I take responsibility for my actions, but I was not the villain everyone is making me out to be." The comments section turned savage. "So you're the victim now? You still slept with her man? Stop rewriting history." Erica's shoulders shook as she cried. "I fell for someone who made me promises he couldn't keep." At the sound of that sentence, Yandy stood up so fast her chair fell backward. Her hands trembled with rage. "That's the story you're going with?" she barked. "Wow." Back on the live, Erica hesitated, then said the one thing that changed everything again. She knew. Silence hit like a bomb. She suspected. Erica clarified quickly. "She asked me once, and I told her I would never do that to her. But she already felt it." Yandy's breath caught in her throat. Fans are shocked beyond words. Emotions ran so high, the live chat lagged. "She really just tried to flip it on Yandy," one fan posted. "This is wild." Another wrote, "The family was left divided all over again." Yandy's sister grabbed her arm. "You have to respond. This is getting twisted." Yandy slowly picked up her phone. "No," she said softly. "If I respond now, I'll destroy her." Minutes later, Erica ended the live abruptly, leaving the world in chaos once again. The internet exploded into two camps: those who believed Erica's version, and those who saw it as a desperate attempt at damage control. Every old interview was pulled, every clip dissected, every facial expression analyzed like evidence in court. Then, another bomb dropped. A former close friend of Erica came forward anonymously with a confession of her own. She bragged about it. The message read, "She said she was winning." Fans are shocked. Emotions ran even higher. Yandy received the message privately first. She read it slowly. Twice. Then she closed her eyes. "She enjoyed it," Yandy whispered, her voice hollow. "She actually enjoyed hurting me." That night, Yandy broke her silence again, but not with screaming, not with tears. She posted one calm/chilling message. "Tomorrow, I tell everything." By morning, every blog in the country had picked it up. Mendeces panicked. Erica vanished again. And the family was left divided at the edge of a truth that was about to burn everything down. But what no one expected was that the darkest secret of all hadn't even been revealed yet. If you've made it this far, you already know this story is far from over. And now it's your turn to speak. Do you believe the tears, the denials, the leaks? Or do you think there's even more hiding beneath the surface? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because your voice matters in this unfolding drama. If this revelation shocked you, make sure you hit that like button to show your support. For all the latest twists, exclusive updates, and explosive breakdowns you won't find anywhere else, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because the next chapter is going to change everything. Because the next chapter is going to change everything.